know, maybe I know stuff people don't want me to talk about. So
right.
they, what other people believe. So they'll call me crazy.
You know, I hear people say, you know, families are not speaking to one another because of politics. That sounds insane to me. Like, there's a ton of people that I love and respect that I completely disagree with.
Most celebrities walk into media interviews like sheep heading to the slaughter. But when the celebrity is Dave Chappelle, the media ends up playing hopscotch in a minefield. Just look at this special time they tried to corner him with weighty gotcha questions, and he just smirks like he's heard a kid ask why the sky is blue.
Did you make them thinking, oh, I'll sell these one day, or do you think like, oh, well, these might not be so timely anymore? I mean, which, you know, they are, certainly, but did you worry about that?
No.
No, not at all.
No, because it's like I don't get mad at a photograph because it's not today.
It's a very healthy way of looking at it.
Yeah, it's like, they're a fair representation of the night they were shot. You know, but the thing is, things have changed so rapidly now.
Yeah.
And the way people listen to things change so rapidly. So maybe I was a little worried, but not enough to not put them out.
Now, if you needed proof of Dave's mental steel, this next moment sealed it.
Let's get into this now, because everyone wants to hear what's been going on. You disappeared for a while. People were saying, where's Dave? Where's Dave Chappelle? Where's he going? And then it turns out you took a trip to Africa. Is that true?
Conan tried dancing around a sensitive topic, tiptoeing like the floor was made of hot coals.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they said.
Right.
It was
because
like,
the stories were, I mean, the stories, as you know, you're hearing all kinds of stuff on the news.
It was crazy, man. I mean, first I went to Africa to chill, and I tell you, you hear a lot of black people say this, like when you go to Africa, especially your first time, you have this overwhelming feeling like you're home, which is true. I had that feeling like, man, this feels like home. I think I felt that way because there's a McDonald's in the airport. So I got my Big Mac. But then it was like, it just got out of control. Like I was in Africa, and next thing I know, I started hearing all the stories like comedian Dave Chappelle's in a mental institution in South Africa.
Dave didn't tiptoe. He stomped right in, grabbed the conversation, and fired off the kind of truth you only get from a man who's allergic to filters.
And I was like, man, I must be losing my mind.
Yeah.
Because I thought this was the beach.
Amazing. The media lost that round and called for a rematch.
You're hearing on the news things like he's gone crazy, which that doesn't sound right, you know? And
well, you know, maybe I know stuff people don't want me to talk about. So
right.
What other people believe. So they'll call me crazy. But it was a weird thing to get called crazy. At first it was scary, and then now I feel like it's liberating. Like, I feel free, like I can just say what I want to do what I want. They already call me crazy. I can't hold myself accountable for these things. I'm crazy. I can't be held responsible.
Yeah.
Couldn't control myself.
Yeah.
And just when you think you've seen peak Chappelle, he cracks jokes in a situation no sane comedian would touch.
You know, Kanye says that, you know, it's time out for Democrats. What do you guys think?
The media thought they finally had him off balance, but Dave turned the whole thing into a comedy clinic.
First of all, you know, Kanye is an artist, man.
Yes.
And he's a genius.
Absolutely.
You know, whatever he's saying right now, I think that the angle he's seeing things from is about the division that he sees.
Eventually, Dave walked out of the room with his head high after properly schooling the media.
I'm not mad at Kanye. That's my brother. I love him. I support him. I buy his albums.
No claps! Oh, man, that was rough.
I know, whether people clap or not, But, you know, I don't have to agree with everything that he says. I just trust him as a person of intent.
Morale of the story, integrity first. Which reminds me of the time Dave sat on Letterman's couch and got grilled about the $50 million Comedy Central deal he famously walked away from.
Do you regret saying, I don't want this enormous sum of money?
It was a sensitive topic, a career-defining decision, but Dave still cracked jokes like it was nothing more than lunch money.
Of course I would like to have that money.
You're right, it's $40 million is the difference.
Yeah, you know, because when you quit, like my friends will try and make me feel better, but no one's been through that, so they'll say not stupid stuff, it's nice, but they'll be like, well, you know what, Dave, at the end of the day, still have your integrity. I was like, yeah, that's great. I'll go home and make the kids some integrity sandwiches. It makes no sense at all.
But while Dave tried to keep things light, Letterman kept poking like he wanted a confession, not a conversation.
And how do you feel with doing what you felt you needed to do?
The very complicated answer. Because I've felt a variety of ways in the last 10 years. You know, whenever there's something that I'd like to have, that I could have afforded, that I can't now afford, well, then I'm upset about it.
That was risky enough, but this next moment shows just how sneaky the media can get when they think they've set the perfect trap.
It's been written about you, Dave, that...
It has been written.
It has been said that you have a singular gift for blurring left and right, red and blue states. What do you think that means? That somehow you're able to sort of surf, bring them together, not necessarily get stuck in the political divide?
They crafted the question, sharpened the angle, rehearsed the takedown. But when the target is Dave Chappelle, the trap snaps shut on thin air.
Because most of the political discussion is so binary, and I'm way more interesting than that. It's just a dude.
So you're way more interesting than that?
Yeah, most people are. If you talk to them, you know, I hear people say, you know, families are not speaking to one another because of politics. That sounds insane to me. Like, there's a ton of people that I love and respect that I completely disagree with.
Smooth recovery, even though Dave almost walked into this one. The host tried to corner him with stacked questions meant to box him in.
But you apologized for what you, well, not apologized, but took back what you said on SNL about President Trump.
But Dave being Dave, he twisted the narrative, turned the question inside out, and left the interviewer laughing at his own setup.
You still want the President of the United States to do a good job, but he's clearly having a rough go of it. and I made mention of that at another show, and I said it in front of a crowd of people that I'm sure many of them probably know him personally. Some of them probably donated money to his campaign. They were caked up. Yeah. But you know, I didn't actually apologize for saying that. It was funny. I was like, I f***ed up. I shouldn't have said that. It was a funny thing to say. But
yeah,
it's not the exact sentiment I feel.
Then comes this interview, where Dave gets hit with a heavy, straight-faced question.
But you made this deal, Comedy Central, huge deal, $50 million deal. Everybody's talking about it. What are you going to do with that money? How has this changed your life?
Most people would answer carefully, like they're writing a college essay. But with Dave, you never get the expected response. He delivered truth, comedy, and social commentary all in one clean swing.
Nothing's changed, man. I spent $100,000 on leather pants.
But you were probably doing that before.
I mean, yeah, it's all the same. I've been giraffe shopping with the Jacksons. But other than that, it's the usual stuff. It's just that my old friends aren't into giraffes like I am now.
Right.
They can't keep up with me.
And honestly, it mirrors the moments when Dave kept getting pressed about Donald Trump.
Congressman John Lewis said recently it was wrong for the president even to weigh in on the NFL situation with the people kneeling. Do you agree with that?
Well, you know, the thing about those types of opinions, man, I usually like to deal with them on the stage, because when you get paid for talking, it's too much to just be blabbing on the street. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
But, you know,
Oh, that's why they're taking him that way.
the president loves to be a polarizing dude.
The interviewer pushed, circled back, tried rephrasing, anything to spark a viral moment.
Do you think it's appropriate to put in politics to comedy? You said before the president's bad for comedy. Do you still think that 8 months into the presidency?
That's probably a longer answer than I have time for in this format. And today I'm like kind of happy to just be at the school. And honestly, you know what I mean? Him, I'm tired of talking. Excuse my language. I'm tired of talking about him.
But none of those moments, it compared to what came next.
But have you yourself ever, smoked,
Dave could have dodged, lied, or sugarcoated, but he didn't. He danced around the edges just enough to stay honest without stepping on the landmine.
Yes, but only for medicinal purposes.
I see. him. Well, that's different.
The then Letterman swooped in, grabbed his hesitation, and tried to corner him with it. Dave still slid out gracefully, even though Letterman definitely made him.
What was the problem? What was the ailment? What were you trying to overcome?
You know, it's funny, Dave. I found myself too sharp and alert.
I had to get something to treat that, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I just wanted that sedateness.